Chapter 25. Ink and Silence. Some loyalties are written before they are chosen. The fire burns lower. Not out, but quieter. The camp has settled, at last. Men lie stretched across bedrolls, armor stacked within reach, weapons never far from hand. Sleep comes to them in uneven waves, restless, shallow, unfinished. Even the forest seems to keep its distance now, as if it too remembers. But one figure remains awake. At the far edge of the clearing, beneath the bend of a twisted oak, Kael sits alone. Still, composed, untouched by the unease that lingers over the others. Or so it seems. A small lantern burns at his side, its flame steady against the dark. Before him, a strip of parchment rests across his knee. His quill moves with practiced precision, measured, controlled. To His Majesty King Aldrich III. The line pauses there, only briefly, then continues. The girl's presence continues to affect morale. The men are steadier, more focused. A slight shift of the quill, hopeful. The word lingers. He watches it, as if deciding whether it belongs. Dangerous, he adds, in times such as these. The quill stills, just for a moment. His gaze lifts, not to the camp, but past it, to her. Rose lies where she was left, wrapped loosely in a blanket, her form small against the quiet rise of the earth. The firelight touches her only faintly now, enough to outline the softness of her breathing. Nothing about her suggests what they saw. Nothing explains it. His jaw tightens. The quill lowers again. There was an incident. He stops. The ink gathers at the tip. No, that isn't right. He draws a slow breath. There was a manifestation. Better, cleaner, distant. The fire altered. The air responded. The men observed the shift. His hand pauses again. Observed, not felt. The distinction matters. His grip tightens slightly around the quill. She sang tonight. The words settle onto the page. And immediately, they feel wrong. Too small. His eyes narrow faintly. The song carried influence beyond sound. He hesitates. Those present were affected. Another pause. Longer this time. Even I. The quill presses too hard. Ink splinters across the parchment in a dark bloom. Stillness. Kael stares at the mark. Felt what? He murmurs under his breath. The question lingers, unanswered. The fire crackles softly in the distance, a quiet reminder of something ordinary, something controlled. His gaze flicks toward it. Then back to her. She hasn't moved, not once, for a moment. Something unfamiliar edges into his expression, not doubt, but not certainty either. His hand lowers, slowly, deliberately. He draws a line through the unfinished sentence. The ink smears slightly, then beneath it, he writes, "No direct effect observed." The lie settles, too easily, but it holds. His breathing steadies. His posture resets. Control reasserts itself. It will be useful. The words come this time without hesitation, without fracture. He finishes the report in silence. Each line precise, measured, stripped of anything that cannot be weaponized. When it's done, he folds the parchment carefully, presses wax to its edge, seals it with the signet he never removes, and watches as it hardens. Only then does he look up again. His gaze finds her without searching, still, soft, unaware. The faintest shift of her breath stirs a loose strand of hair across her cheek. Nothing more, and yet his eyes don't move. "Oh, not a relic," he murmurs quietly. The words feel different now, not theory. Recognition. His jaw tightens once more. "If you can change them," he says under his breath, "you can change everything." The thought settles, sharp, useful, safer than admitting what it meant. He pushes himself to his feet. The parchment disappears into his cloak without ceremony, without hesitation. By the time he steps back toward the edge of the firelight, his expression is once again unreadable, controlled, certain, but something has already shifted, not in what he believes, in what he chooses to ignore. And that will not stay buried.